Good morning, it's spring 2018 and I received my CTT Dryer from Amazon.com a couple of days ago and I wanted to give you guys a review of it. Here I have the fullest load I've ever put in the dryer, including some jeans, a towel, and several other medium-sized clothes. The dryer is really easy to use. Load it like any normal appliance. Go ahead and close the door. There are only 4 buttons on the control panel, and every time I use the power button, and right next to it I use the start pause button. That'll start an air dry load with warm air, which vents out. My camera just cuts it off, but the vent is sitting on top of the dryer for me, which doubles as a heater on these cold mornings, and when the afternoon heats up, I drape it out the window, and that allows me to cool my house back down. The 2 other settings on the dryer include a setting called Air, which runs, just like it sounds, regular cold air through the dryer. The other setting is called Delicates, and I have not tried either of those. They don't seem terribly useful for me in my household, but you're welcome to try them. As you can tell, the dryer is pretty quiet. I'm going to go ahead and speed up this load. This took quite a while. Usually my loads take about 30 minutes to dry. This one took about 45, probably because of those heavy pants and the heavy towel that was in there. I'm still very impressed with the dry time on this dryer. I'd also like to point out that my pre-wash may have a big direct effect on how quickly my clothes get through the dryer. So I'll briefly describe what I do to pre-wash. So my clothes get washed in a higher apartment style washer that gets plugged into the wall. They come out after about 30 minutes and they go straight into a Panda spin dryer, both of which I got off of Amazon. I believe my washer was around $250 and that spin dryer was around $150. I know those prices change a little bit. I would absolutely recommend pre-spinning this. A lot of water comes out in the Panda, and I have heard a lot of reviews on apartment style dryers saying that these take 60 minutes to 90 minutes to dry clothes, and I would encourage you to prolong the life of your dryer by not making them work quite that hard. Your clothes should definitely be spun before they go into a dryer like this. So it's a little bit of extra room, but as someone who lives in a tiny house, I will tell you that the room is totally worth it, and you should invest absolutely in a spin dryer alongside this guy. I'm going to slow it down here so you can hear how quiet this load is, even with wool dryer balls clanging around in there. Also important to note that the dryer also has a humidity sensor built into it. I found that it's easier for me to just set a timer on my phone for anywhere from 30 minutes, and I'll check on it to possibly 45 minutes, which is as long as this load took. The humidity sensor will shut it off. It seems like about every 15 minutes, take a measurement and keep going if it senses that the clothes are still wet, and supposedly it'll stop if the clothes are dry, but sometimes I've found that I've stopped my dryer and my clothes are already dry, so in order to avoid over drying them, I will manually stop it. I didn't film myself changing out the lint, but as I open the door you can see that there's a grill on the very back of the dryer that's literally just pulled off straight forward, and the lint will come right off and you can throw it away from in there between loads. Now I still have a lot to do with my dryer, like taking all those stickers off, mounting it on the wall, but I am super happy to be able to do my laundry at home finally. Towels come out super fluffy, pants come out nice and dry, and all of it without any gross laundromat. So thanks so much for watching this review, and you're free to ask me any questions you're wondering about.